Hello teachers! In this vlog, we will be discussing academic English. We often hear this term used such as the multilingual learners need to develop academic English. But what is really academic English? In the next few vlogs, we would like to define what academic English is, what it looks like in the curriculum, and how we can support our MLLs to become proficient in it. First, in defining what academic English is, I would like to introduce the terms called BICS and CALP. The abbreviation BICS, B-I-C-S, stands for Basic Interpersonal Communication Skills, and the term means English that we use in everyday social contexts. Probably you have seen your emerging MLLs starting to have conversations with you or with the classmates about their weekend, favorite TV shows, etc. Here, they are starting to develop their BICS English, Basic Interpersonal Communication Skills. The BICS is everyday social face-to-face language. It's embedded in social contexts, meaningful, not cognitively demanding, not specialized, and generally it takes the learner 6 months to 2 years to develop BICS. While it is delightful to see our MLLs get involved in social conversations in the classroom, the development of BICS can also be misleading sometimes. It makes us think that MLLs becoming fluent in English quickly, and we're often surprised that the same MLL may demonstrate minimal grasp of academic concepts or may produce very little academic work. What is happening here? These MLLs may have developed their social English, but they are still on their way of becoming more proficient at what is known as CALP, the academic English. The abbreviation CALP, C-A-L-P, stands for Cognitive Academic Language Proficiency. This type of English is often referred to as academic language or academic English. This T-chart shows how CALP English can be different from BICS English in discussing air pollution. First, BICS English is being used in discussing about air pollution. Polluting air is bad where we live. It can kill trees and sea animals. We should really stop it before animals are all gone. Next, CALP English is used in discussing about the same topic. Air pollution is harmful to our environment, resulting in destruction of forests and ocean ecosystems. This human problem must be resolved before all animals become extinct. If possible, would you please pause this vlog right now and jot down the differences you notice in these two statements about air pollution, one in BICS and the other in CALP? We will discuss the language elements that we typically see of CALP in a moment. One of the language elements of CALP is general academic and content-specific vocabulary, the words that we do not hear often outside of school. General academic words, often referred to as Tier 2 words, in this passage are harmful instead of bad and resolve instead of stop. Content-specific words that are often referred to as Tier 3 words in this passage are environment instead of where we live, extinct instead of all gone, and ocean ecosystems instead of sea animals. Another language element of CALP is complex sentence structures. Instead of using two simple sentences, polluting air is bad where we live, it can kill trees and sea animals, in CALP, these are combined with the present participle clause. Air pollution is harmful to our environment, resulting in destruction of forests and ocean ecosystems. Another CALP element we see here is the use of nominalization. In this case, a verb is made into a noun. For example, the verb destroy is being nominalized into destruction. We may not often hear nominalized nouns outside of school, and MLLs are not familiar with these words. Yet, another CALP element here is the use of synonyms as a cohesive device. Air pollution is harmful. This human problem must be resolved. The term human problem is used here as the synonym of air pollution in the next sentence to connect ideas within a text. The use of this and other cohesive devices must be made aware and developed in the second language learners. So, in summary, CALP is words and phrases that are specific to learning academic subjects in school, context reduced and abstract, cognitively demanding, often embedded in precise sentence structures, such as comparing, classifying, evaluating, and inferring. It takes learners at least 5 years to develop CALP. Research from Clear and Thomas has shown that it may take second language learners with no prior instruction or no support in native language development at least 7 years to develop CALP. And here's a list of reasons why we must be intentional in developing academic English in our second language learners. BICS and CALP often explain the discrepancy in the MLL's academic performance. It explains why the transition from learn to read in lower grades to read to learn in upper grades can be challenging for them. Academic language is one strong indicator of future success in middle and high schools. Many MLLs may come from personal and family backgrounds where they don't hear academic English at home. In other words, the classroom is the only place where those students encounter this type of English. The lack of proficiency in CALP may significantly impact MLLs in accessing academic content areas, especially in the upper grades. The research is clear that all classroom teachers must be intentional about developing academic English in all students in all grades. In the next vlog, we will take a closer look at different elements of academic English and how we can intentionally develop the proficiency of our MLLs in the academic register in the content areas such as math, science, social studies. Thank you for watching as we unpack WIDA.